Hello.
Es ist 21.
Welcome to the 21st episode of TrustyHogs.
The 21st episode of TrustyHogs. We're going to talk about our lives. This baby's 21. We're going to sing. We're going to dance. We're going to have a guest. It's Rosie Jones. What?
I know. It's such a good day. Hello. Welcome to TrustyHogs, the podcast where we help our listeners with their problems and sometimes make it a little bit worse. But in the meantime, we tell you how perfect our lives are.
Because we love to see baby girls thriving.
We love to see
Say girl
it.
boss. Say it.
I can't. I
say
won't.
girl
I
boss.
won't.
Say girl boss.
I can't make my fringe do what I needed to do, so I can't say girl boss.
She's a girl failure.
She is a girl
She's
failure.
a girl failure.
Through the fog, step forth the trusty hogs. Yeah, you're gonna give them your problems and they will solve them. Or maybe they won't, and that's your problem. They'll have guests and Andrew White on the tech. Oh, it's Helen and Catherine as the trusty hogs. Trust the trusty hogs, or maybe not.
One of those days where I woke up and I was like, I could do with bonnets being in fashion. I wish I could. You know what I mean? I could do with it.
I just don't think you're a bonnet gal.
Why?
You know, you're more like habit, you know?
Oh wow, because I'm
Which
Irish.
I don't think is an insult, right? Because
Wow.
it's nuns. Like you'd be like, what was the?
Yeah,
was
but
it, which was Andrew? You'll know this. You're a gay man.
But bonnet girl.
What was the name of the ginger nun in the Sister Act film? Sister Mary Catherine.
I have no idea. I feel like you're just
Mary
saying random
Frances?
Irish
What
names
gay
at
are
this point.
you?
Mary Frances. Also, fuck you. I could. No, bonnet girls get fingers
She's
and
a good
feels.
singer.
Nuns don't get anything.
What sort of bonnet girl are you talking about? You're not thinking. I was thinking Amish.
Oh, I was thinking like Sense and Sensibility.
Cute.
Right?
Okay. Right. Yeah.
Right?
We were on different pages.
We
there.
were.
I was
why
thinking
do you
Easter
wanna...
fair. Like a little decorated bonnet with little eggs and stuff.
An Easter.
Do
an
I
Easter
seem
fair.
crafty to you?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, really
I
crafty.
don't craft.
I know you don't, but you seem
You've
crafty.
got the vibe.
I do
yeah.
DIY, but I don't craft.
I mean, you get a guy in to do DIY while you watch. I don't think that counts as doing
I have a
DIY.
toolkit. I do some of it myself. It's only when I know my limitations that I will pay a man if that's what you mean.
Actually, me and Snail just took down a fire alarm. So yeah,
that
I get it.
does not feel safe.
'Twas beeping.
Yeah, but you have no. You replace the battery and put it
Yeah,
back.
no,
right?
there's two.
No, Helen, look at me. You need both.
No, I know.
So have you put in? Have you?
So it was
you have-
beeping, so we had to change the battery. So we've taken it down to change the battery.
Please tell
And
me
then
it's
this
done.
morning,
Please tell me it's done.
I said to him, because he's going to go film something with Roger Federer tomorrow in Switzerland.
So
but he's
many
flying
questions.
tonight, but he's got to call him Roger, which my heart is over the moon about.
I'm sorry. What?
So he's going to go meet
What
Roger
is he
Federer in
filming with him?
Switzerland. Something about people going to Switzerland.
Okay, you cannot distract me even with Roger Federer. Look at me. Look at me. You are made almost entirely of scented candles. You absolutely need a fire alarm. What is the situation? Do you have batteries?
It's a small flat. We've already got one. We've
Do
got.
you have
Yes,
a
we've got a new battery. It's just to get up to the fire alarm, I have to be on cherry and cherry shakes. But Francis is coming over mine tomorrow, and then we're going to put it up.
You promise me?
On my life.
You will not light a scented candle until then.
Not even the wildflower one.
Promise me?
It's got a wood
Did
wick.
you say wildfire?
It's got a
Did
wood
you say
wick.
wildfire?
Tell you what the worst thing is. We now have scented candles that smell like bonfire.
Helen,
So Neil, they're called embers
you're making me so anxious.
from St. Ivel.
You know what?
Very
We need to circle back.
Andrew's happy for me.
I obviously want to know more about Roger Federer. Will the twins be there?
Who?
His twins.
I don't know.
He has sets of twins.
I don't know.
Maybe 2 sets of twins. The man's.
Well, I'm just assuming Sunil's going to meet Roger Federer because
Wait.
he's got a line talking to him.
Sorry, so he's just going to Switzerland. Is that what you meant?
I think.
So there's no guarantee of Roger Federer.
I'm pretty sure Roger Federer is involved because he has to call him Roger.
Oh, for fuck's
But maybe
sake.
it's like a CGI thing.
So he's going to buy you some Toblerone and coming home. Is that
That's
what's
what I said, but he said he might not be able to guarantee get me Toblerone.
What?
Which there's
It's
Toblerone
Switzerland.
in every airport around, and I've been to Switzerland.
And it's made
They
in
have-
Switzerland.
That's what I said. And
any-
lint.
If anything, he should be getting you like a more niche, like Toblerone, like Toblerone pistachio or something. Is that a thing? It should be. Oh, doesn't that sound amazing? Fit.
Holy shit, that sounds so good.
Doesn't it? They should make it. Toblerone, hit me up for
Okay,
a
I
collab.
no longer care about Tony's Chocolonely. All I want is
Well,
Toblerone pistachio.
Tony's Chocolonely have been found to have
No.
also been. They found slavery in their production line.
No!
They did. Now the thing is, right? Here's the thing. They, because of their processes.
Not funny.
No, it's not. It's
funny.
not. It's not, but it is a bit like the male feminist in your class being found out to be a bit of a shit boyfriend.
Which they usually are.
Yeah,
Like,
and here's the thing, right? They, because of their own processes and their own transparency, actually owned up to it and have found it, right? Give a shit that it's there.
and celebrated it.
No.
Look, we do have slavery, but we're being honest with it.
No, and they were like, this is proof of how difficult it is to eradicate in the chain that even when you're trying to, you can't. But what I'm saying is like, you know, if you ate a Toblerone, I don't think you're like a worse person than if you ate a Tony's Chocolonely. And frankly, that's...
Do you reckon you could put a Toblerone like in between like two biscuits, like a sandwich?
Yes.
I
but
suppose you
would
could
think it'd
use
be
the
hard to buy?
Toblerone like a biscuit holder, like a toast holder, you know, but you have biscuits
Oh,
in
I
the Toblerone.
love... The man is a genius. Why did we even try... Like this plus the advent calendars. Toblerone is a new toast holder and it melts as you go onto your toast.
Stop it. With like proper like sourdough sort of a thing.
God, you're good.
Thank you.
Fuck's sake.
I went to get a bougie breakfast the other day.
Was there a Toblerone toast
And-
holder? Because if there was, it wasn't even bougie.
No, it was one of those ones where you get lied to on the menu. It said that the bread was going to be focaccia, but it wasn't.
What?
And I took it well. I took it on the chin. I just said thank you and didn't say anything.
Excuse
But
me.
you know
what?
when you're like, I gave like just a reasonable tip.
Explain. So they said it was focaccia and then it was...
They didn't audibly say it, but on the menu it said focaccia.
So then what did you get?
Like a crusty piece of bread.
The fuck?
But it's hard to complain when you realise like 3/4 of the way through eating it.
I don't know. This morning I had coffee with Cindy V and she drank the entire cortado and then said, if that was extra hot, then this is the Bahamas, and took her empty glass in to tell them that it hadn't been hot enough. They gave her another one. So,
Amazing.
you know.
I could never
I
do that.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
so
she has
much.
so much authority. So,
Yeah.
I'd have been like, if I didn't get the focaccia, I'm somewhere in the middle, I'd have been like, I'm so sorry. I did it maybe say on the menu. I could be wrong. So I would be in the middle, like apologetic, but still ultimately
I
ask
gave
for
a
what I wanted.
15% tip and laughed.
You said reasonable. 10%.
Yeah, reasonable.
We've missed the point of today, Helen, which is ultimately to find out, how did your flat move go? You moved flats. You hadn't seen the flat. Why are you avoiding eye contact? Helen, you hadn't seen the flat.
Yeah.
You said that was fine because you saw a video of it and
Yeah.
another Helen was renting it to you.
And
she-
Helen's a babe, by the way.
And Helen couldn't
We've
lie.
met, we've emailed, like full vibes with Helen.
Right, how's the flat though?
It's on a slant.
Okay, all London flats are on a slant.
No, like I wake up on the other side of the room. It's bad.
Oh, you mean it's on like a deep curve?
Yeah, and I thought there was one in the living room because we put TV in the corner so we could watch Seinfeld, but it kept on like slipping a bit and we were like, oh, that's funny. And then Neil was like, we've got loads of cardboard, so it's fine. And I was like, oh yeah, good idea. But then my bed just travels.
Are you joking?
It's really weird. Like if I turn over in my bed,
Are you
the bed
joking?
moves. No, I'm not.
Is your bed on wheels?
No.
The gradient is that severe?
The gradient is so severe that everything goes towards one side of the... It's like being on a boat.
Oh, Helen, no.
So I don't know what to do about it apart from to like glue the bed to the floor. But I
Don't
think
do
that's
that. Don't do that.
That
Don't-
creates
that's
more
not
problems
it.
at the
That's
end.
not it. That's not
that
it.
creates more problems at the
That
end.
is not the
No, I know
answer.
that. I know that. So what I've done is I've put my bedside table there against a wall, which is sloping
To
down.
bolster the
So
bed?
it's in the corner. So it like we get stuck in the corner. So then like everything's going to be like on one side of the room, and then the top half of the room I guess will just be for starting my role.
Helen, that's a disaster.
I
Are
know,
you
but it's
joking?
great because I finally have a room big enough to put a yoga mat down in, and I was like, I guess I'll be doing sit-ups every morning, and now I'm like can't on a slant, probably bad for my back.
But surely the slant could help you if you put the mat in the right direction. The slant could help you roll forward for the sit-up.
I know, but then if I get stuck, then Sunil will be like, oh, it got stuck on the floor again, and take pictures.
Okay, I have several questions.
Okay.
Who got the better room?
Mine's bigger but slanty.
Okay.
Sunil's is like more private but smaller.
Okay. And how's the kitchen?
In the living room.
Oh shit. Did he tell you that?
Yeah, no, I knew. I saw a video.
Okay, so all your things
But
smell
then
of
this
your...
morning he was like, oh, I've got these sausages that need to be cooked or they're going to go out because they can't be refreezed. And I went, okay. And he went, they need to be cooked. And I went, oh, okay. And he went, today. And I was like, oh dear. So I had to cook 4 sausages this morning and now everything we own smells like sausage.
Wait, why did you have to
Because
cook
it's just
them?
one room. Because he had to get ready to go meet Roger Federer.
So when he...
How am I not being clear about this?
Are you his maid?
He had to get like a... No, he was like, you've got a choice. Either you throw the sausages away or you eat them now. So I chose eat them now.
Why couldn't he do? Sorry. Oh,
Because he had to get a COVID vaccine passport, but he put his name in wrong yesterday.
okay.
He forgot what his name is.
Wow. The thing is, I'm being distracted from this entire conversation. I wish, dear listeners, you could see how fucking great Helen Bauer looks. Her mascara is like, you've done
No,
your
you
makeup
look really
so
good.
well today.
You look really good.
Additionally, we're so proud to say, she started the curly girl method.
Wait, literally this morning though,
She
for
looks
this.
like a beach babe. Stop touching. I told you stop touching it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
It feels...
Don't touch it. You'll make it frizzy. You look like a mermaid and it's fucking gorgeous, but do not touch it because your beach wave is perfect right now.
Y'all want to go in my blowhole? If this is what a mermaid looks like, a lot of people would not have had shipwrecks.
Mermaids do not have blowholes. You're
Yeah, do
thinking
you
of
know
dolphins and whales.
Yeah.
No, but for the... Right, I don't want this to be like a classic, like, oh, Helen's so thick. But mermaids eat, yeah? Where does the shit come out?
They're not real. They're not
Oh
real,
yeah, that
mate.
too.
But, like, Ariel has, like, a butt flap.
But if she does, it's the same as fish, in which case they just have those tiny thin
Oh, those long,
threads.
streaky things of poo.
Yeah, it's probably down her spine. She probably keeps her poo in her spine like a prawn.
Do you reckon fishes compete with each other to have the longest bit of poo coming out their asshole?
I used to do that with my goldfish.
Yeah, I remember
Excuse
watching
me?
when we had, like, a little aquarium of fish.
You competed with your goldfish.
I think I was competing. I wasn't entering the race. I was just a spectator, a bystander,
Yeah.
taking bets, you know.
You're a fucking pervert.
What was your goldfish called?
We had Bubbles and Squeak, and then Squeak died, so we had Squeakquel.
The Squeakquel! I love that. But I do hate that you sat there watching them shit to see.
I was like 9.
I get
That
it. We
makes
had
it
we had
worse.
tropical fish in a tank, and they would all, like, you know, when they would be shitting, you'd sort of be like, okay, I'll take R2 Glug 2, you take Fudge, and then we would just watch.
R2
How does
Glug
Fudge
2.
not
Gluggy.
always win that race?
Fudge, maybe, you know, R2 Glug 2 was a Siamese fighting fish.
Wow.
She had a lot of, like, stuff to prove with her shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Got an alpha. I didn't realise that was the case. Andrew, Helen has moved house.
Either way, I'm a mermaid.
Have you set
Yeah.
up the council tax?
So Neil's done it.
Has he?
He said he has.
Has
And
he?
I called up the internet and we're getting it tomorrow. So that's just
you
2
don't-
weeks
you don't-
without it.
Oh my god.
Just that sweet 2 weeks without
You
internet.
haven't had it?
No, it's been really tough. It's
That's
been
a
tough.
disaster.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. And no
I
poker
read
gym?
a chapter of a book.
Oh, Helen, you didn't say it had gotten that bad.
And also, I was reading a book that I thought everyone would be impressed that I was reading. Have you heard of American Dirt?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was like this really good story about people in Central America trying to make it back up to America, riding Labistia and, like, the troubles. Turns out it was written by a white woman. So now I'm a dick. But I'm too far into it to give up. Otherwise, I can't cross off the one book I've read this year.
Yeah, I understand. No, I understand. That's tricky. That is tricky. Well,
We got no Pokemon gyms. No, you know what? You are baiting me right now to get upset, and I'm not going to do it.
yeah, no poker gym.
You know what?
No Wi-Fi.
I made a
Stop touching
mistake.
your hair.
Okay, I made a mistake. My hair looks amazing. You're correcting everything, and and mermaids don't have buttholes. I guess they just shit out their mouths.
I mean, I'm so glad you could accept all of that. Hey, you were in Edinburgh and you had some listeners come to your show.
Yeah,
Who were they?
people.
Don't lie to me.
No, they were really cool people.
You met the Von Trapp sisters.
I can't believe it. I couldn't believe they were real. I tried calling you, but it was like 9 o'clock. You were 100% on stage.
I'm so
but
sorry.
they were like, so I was chatting with like loads of like Gigless listeners and like TrustyHogs listeners outside. It was so cool. Someone got me to sign their mug, but I panicked, so I gave my like bank signature. Instead of like, you know, Helen Bauer Kiss, I wrote like the actual, like, I was like, oh, this is moronic. But I was talking, and then these like really like nice girls who were like, we were chatting with, sort of went, with the gay Von Trapp sisters, and I just freaked out.
Of course.
I think I just screamed and like, fuck off in their faces.
course. If anybody
I
doesn't-
touched one of them.
Oh, amazing.
It's COVID. I just
love
went,
that. Yeah,
"Ah."
love it.
Like,
love it.
I couldn't. It was amazing. It was iconic.
If you're listening and you don't know what we're talking about, Helen and I and Andrew ran a show called Gigless during lockdown. So we did like 60 or 70 live shows on Zoom and YouTube. And there were these sisters who kept coming to the show. And like, they were all called like Olivia and Penelope
Ophelia.
and Tarragon.
Yeah.
All those. And they kept coming. And just like, there were endless numbers of sisters and they all seemed to be gay. Turns out there were 7 of them.
I'm going to say 12.
And they're all homosexuals with Poppy as their name. And aren't they? And they're just, it's like 7 Rachels who eat minge, and they're all sisters. They're all sisters. That's crazy. Anywho, we named them the Gay Von Trapp sisters. They have never yet sung for us, but they squeal about being queer the whole time.
They're absolute babes.
They really are great. I can't believe they came to
I
your
met
show.
the
That's so
Duvet
exciting.
girls. Like, there was like a whole gang
Oh my
there.
God. Do they have legs?
It was fucking
Do the Duvet
mad.
girls have
Yes,
legs?
yes.
Oh my God, there's these other...
They're the ones that got the cat from Tim and Dom.
Oh my God. Okay, so there's 2 other lesbians who used to come to our show all the time. Bear in mind, we're singing to people's houses on Zoom, but equally, these women had an inappropriate amount of blankets. Like,
I love them. I love a blanket.
sure, but they only ever had a duvet, and they like kept saying that they were having sex, but it felt like nobody could be if they were on had the duvet on the sofa the whole time. And I didn't know they had legs. I'm so excited for them.
But we were having like a really nice chat. Then I had 2 more gigs to do that night, and then I was in Edinburgh. So like, I mean, we'll talk about this in the extras. But like,
Oh, spoiler for extras. Helen went to Pound Town, but she's going to
I got split in 2, baby.
But no more details until the extras. You've got to pay for our sex lives. Oh God, I'm so excited to hear.
It was magical. I think you're going to be like almost turned on by it.
I can't
And I
believe
know that
you
in
had
general,
a better
straight sex-
Valentine's Day than I did.
Honestly,
I
it's
actually
mad.
can't believe it.
It's mad the world
I
we live in.
can't believe it.
I know.
Well, anyway, you went to
But
Edinburgh.
look, your hair's great.
My hair.
You got given
fine.
chocolates.
Oh yeah. So my first night of my tour show, a man showed up to I think it was Mark Penfold, but I don't want to give credit if that was the wrong person. He showed up to my show in Leicester with milk tray, having replaced it with hog tray, a little trough of chocolates for us all.
Oh my God.
Isn't that nice?
I want
really nice.
I will have all of the praline and hazelnut swirls, please.
Oh no, I like the hazelnut swirl too.
I'll have the truffle heart.
Okay.
I'll just take what's left, I guess.
Oh!
Correct.
Okay, that means you can have the raspberries and cream, which apparently is a new flavour, but it's like,
Ew.
well, who wants it?
Nobody.
Who fucking wants
Nobody.
that?
What's hilarious is you always pretend and posture up being the alpha, but as soon as I said I want I am supposed to be like, okay.
Back down immediately. Well, you had a bad
Okay.
Valentine's Day, okay? I
really
feel like you
did.
deserve the one
I
you
really
won.
did. And you know what?
Plus, I'm probably getting a Toblerone come Friday.
That's true with pistachio, as I've decided. If you want to hear about my shit Valentine's, you better pay extra. I'm not giving that away for free. Now, more importantly, did you know that...
Sex and tragedy is in the extras.
I know, and it's the wrong way around. I really thought I'd be having a better time than you.
I know.
So sad.
Do
But
you wanna
I
hold
really am
handies?
happy for you.
It's okay.
You
Do know-
deserve it.
Just tell me about something like lovely.
Your hair
that's
looks amazing.
happened.
Well, I have some gossip for you. Did you know that Andrew plays football?
I knew Andrew played football.
But like not in a jokey way. Like you know how? Okay, so in my pharmacy on my street, there's constantly this advertisement for walking football for the elderly. So I assumed like that.
That is not what I'm doing.
So I assumed that's what Andrew would do, but I thought like he'd be like the volunteer referee and he'd be getting all the old men to walk
what?
slower, like slow down, Gerard, slow down. I figured that's what he did. No, I had this whole narrative in my head. Turns out Andrew plays like real football,
Yeah.
at which he gets injured.
Yeah.
And I just met him in a coffee shop, and it took Andrew like 45 minutes to get out of the seat because his like neck is frozen. And I was like, "Have you had a painkiller?" And the dude's like, "Yesterday."
Basically,
Like some sort of
Catherine Irish
martyr.
mammied Andrew to obliteration.
I was like, "Go get some bloody Nurofen, Andrew. What are we going to do about your sore shoulder?"
I'll get over it. It's fine.
That's not how it works.
Oh.
I'm
in
really-
physical
I'm in a
pain.
lot of pain.
Yeah, of course you are. Have you? You took painkillers 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said
They'll
you could have
kick
had
in.
2 bottles of Calpol 6 Plus, honestly.
I don't
Straight
think that
to the
would
butt.
help.
It
Last night,
tastes amazing.
My housemate was very lovely last night. I came in, he was like, "Go run yourself a bath. I'll bring you up some wine and
Aw.
painkillers."
That's
So he brought me
nice.
up a glass of wine and...
How did you get
God, did he give you a blowjob after?
No, Christ alive.
Don't you
No
find...
Christ alive. What was that, Andrew? No Christ alive.
Did you not get stuck in Barthy?
I did fall out a little bit, and then
out?
my housemate. Yeah,
How
but
buoyant
as
are
I got
you?
out of the bath, I fell
the bath?
and I hit the landing, and there's this big bang, and Sam just goes, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then I took 20 minutes to stand up, but yeah, it's not going great.
Have you thought about the walking kind of football?
Not
Walk ball.
walk.
It's called walk ball. They advertise it in my local Browns.
This was just a specific impact from a specific dive. This isn't normally
But you
an
saved
issue.
the goal, didn't you?
I did save the goal, yeah.
I think it's all worth it in the end.
Did your
you.
team win?
No, we did. It was a friendly, but no, we didn't win.
Doesn't sound very friendly. You hurt your back and you lost.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But you know what, though? I kept playing after I hurt myself.
That sounds irresponsible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's that shock. It takes a while for like muscles to hurt, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I've had that before. Like I had a big car crash and I was like fine for like 4 or 5 hours, and then like the next 2 days I was like a bit sore.
What? You
Oh my
had a
God,
car
what?
No,
crash?
like ages
Sorry,
ago.
when?
Ages
Oh, right.
ago.
Oh my God, okay.
Oh my God. I love how you
Jesus.
both like freaked out.
Yeah.
Because Helen, you're the kind of person who could be like, yeah, got run down on the way here, and we both have to be like, what? No.
No, ages ago with Sunil, remember, in Italy. The head-on collision in the Yaris, yeah. But like muscles, it like comes up later.
Yeah.
Goodness me, you're both. Okay, and
But no, what I'm saying is like it's that thing of like you play through it because you don't realise how much pain you're in.
Oh, no, I realised I was in a lot of pain. I was just surrounded by such manly men that I didn't want to show it.
Are you at that point of injury where you're like,
Andrew.
come on, let's have a good bruise?
I don't think... I think it is bruised, but it's like a bone bruise.
What, like you've broken a rib?
But I mean, potentially. That is where I landed, actually.
Andrew, do you want to maybe go to the doctor?
Yeah, probably. But we'll,
You know,
we'll
you know,
finish
I
these
live next
records
to the
first.
hospital. I can take you to the hospital
I
after
do
this.
think you
if
should
want.
probably go somewhere after this.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a gig tonight, so I'll maybe tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow.
Andrew, you're not a surgeon. You don't have to go to work. You could maybe go get that checked out.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Should we do a remote recording of an episode in A&E?
That would
They
be
would
quite
love
good,
that.
actually.
You walking in like.
I can take you to the A&E. I had a fight with Neil O'Rourke in.
What was your fight about?
It was awful.
About
It was
what?
awful. I landed on my foot really badly, and I was like, and then I went to do a gig. It was in between gigs at Top Secret. This is a couple of years ago, and I like went on the corner of it, and it really hurt. And by the time I woke up in the morning, I couldn't put weight on it, and all the blood had pooled, and it was like black on the bottom. And I was like, I feel like something's broken. Like there's nothing. And I was supposed to be hanging out with Neil, and I was like, hey, I don't want to be a dick and cancel, but like, do you mind helping me to A&E and we can just hang out there? Like fun little friend time.
fair.
And he lives very close. He was very sweet, and he came over and he was like, okay, yeah, let's go to A&E. And we got to A&E, and I was like, oh, should we get a coffee or something? And he was like, oh yeah, I'll go get them. And when you're in A&E, right, you're next to people who had the worst day of their life, right?
Yeah.
People who've had like fallen off their bikes. There's definitely a woman having a miscarriage. He came, I'm sorry, he came back from the Costa with a coffee
Whoa.
for me and a milkshake with whippy cream and chocolate sauce. So it looked like he was having a celebration drink. And just sat back down next to me, and it's like, you can't have a chucky milkshake with whipped creamy sprinkles and saucy that close to someone having a miscarriage. You can't. It's
Helen,
inappropriate.
stop saying miscarriage, please, and milkshake in the same sentence. It's got to stop.
Oh God.
You can't have a milkshake that close to someone who's just fallen off their bike.
Yeah, that's better for the edit.
Yeah, thank you.
But you can't. And then he didn't see any problem with it. It's a celebration drink in an... I've discussed
Sorry,
this
this was an
before on a
actual
podcast.
row?
I don't know when I discussed this.
This
but
became
I
a
have.
full row.
No, I was just like, you put that milkshake, you put that celebrate. That's like pulling out a bottle of Prosecco and pouring glasses in A&E.
Is it?
I don't think it is.
Is it
He says it's not, but I felt like it was very inappropriate because he didn't even offer me one.
Oh, so you were jealous.
So you were just, yeah.
You're
right.
talking about a time you were
projecting.
jealous.
No, I
Yeah.
wanted a coffee, but I wanted the option. I just don't think you should buy a celebration drink and bring it into A&E when I could be dying. And then he got more upset because I went in to get my scan and I charmed the person taking my scan.
Obviously.
Charmed him.
Obviously.
And I was like, blah, 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 blah. And then when the doctor called
Did you
me
let
in,
him take a chest x-ray?
I
Were you
asked
like,
him to.
I know
and
you
I was
did.
like, there's probably a weight limit, am I right? And then, you know when you're like, oh, I really hope this is an injury or I'm going to feel stupid, like I've wasted time. So they called me through and they were like, oh, it's something, but it wasn't like a break. Like I wasn't getting a car. So he offered me a crutch and I was like, fuck off. And then they basically, I was like, I wanted it to be a bigger thing than it was. So I asked him to call in Neil and tell him that I would need round the clock care for 3 weeks. And he did it like a legend. This doctor at Denmark Hill A&E.
Amazing.
And so he went to the waiting room and he went, Neil O'Rourke, and Neil went, like gathered his stuff.
That's somebody grabbing his milkshake.
Yeah, got his milkshake, got his baggie, like, oh shit, she's died.
And by the way, in
And he
Neil's
only
accent-
managed to do 2 sentences of it before I started
But also
laughing.
in Neil's accent, he'd be like, oh fuck, I better get my milkshake. No, wait. In I go, Helen, what can I do for you? Oh my God, is she going to be all right, doctor? Is she all right? She'll be okay.
So, but like, he did it. So the doctor was so good. He was like, Neil O'Rourke, like I'd passed away just behind the door.
God.
It was dodgy as shit.
This is
but
amazing.
It was amazing. And also just a really nice test of Neil's love for me.
Yeah, and how'd it go?
Yeah, he hated me after that for about 3 weeks.
That's so funny.
It was so fun.
Was he going to take care of you? Was he telling the doctor, yeah?
We only lasted like 2-3 sentences.
Can I ask, and I don't want to, it's because he sounds like such a legend, so I'm assuming, was the doctor gay? Like,
God,
who has that level of improv?
I don't know.
It just feels like his improv skills were on fire. He loved you loved him.
I think he probably towards the end of a long shift where he's very stressed, and I was like, look, dude, like, I know this isn't a big serious injury, but like,
So can we fuck with my
friend thinks it's not a big serious injury. Can we just make out that like something really wrong has happened here just for a moment? And he was like, 100% we can.
Wow.
I think a lot of people want to do that, but they just don't have the guts to ask. And I'm glad that's how I spend NHS money.
That is incredible.
Also, you would have. I mean, anyone who listens to this doesn't know the comedian Neil O'Rourke. You got to go check him out because he's so cute.
He's adorable.
So, like,
and very funny.
Very funny, very funny.
Very
And he
funny.
he did gallivant up.
Oh, bless him. With his tummy full of milkshake, and you made him panic. That sinking feeling, but you also have too much dairy.
But you know that
Neil.
feeling of like, worry for me.
But Neil's the
Be
kind
scared.
of the best way I could describe Neil is he's the kind of man who you just know has a glass of milk with his dinner.
He does though.
Of course he does.
He does. He
does.
loves dairy.
Of course he does. Yeah.
Like
we know.
I've been with him in a cafe before where he orders a glass of milk and I hate it.
That's
It-
disgusting.
But he doesn't drink hot drinks.
That's disgusting.
But I think that's quite common for quite a lot of men.
No, for mammied Irish boys it is.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Effna's
It's like
done a number on him.
as close to still being on the tit as you can get, really, isn't it? It's like milk with your dinner. Come on, grow up. Now,
Neil, if you're listening, we love you so much.
yes, shout out to Neil. Helen loves you.
Love him.
That's so cute. So you've moved house. Do you feel like it's your home yet?
We don't have Mike Tyson prints on the wall yet and stuff.
That's
so now
good.
we've got to go through that whole painting argument again.
Oh, super.
I feel like it's home. I've learnt the postcode.
That's nice. No, Helen, no. Every single fucking time I have to be like, please stop giving out your address.
It's good. I think you'll like it. When you come over, you'll see what I mean with the slant.
So your flat's on a slant. We both have hot gossip about. Oh, no, I'm going to say hot gossip. We both have things to tell you about our Valentine's Day, but we are going to leave
My
that.
clit got sucked off.
No, Helen, it's
Okay,
gone.
no.
Where has it gone? Nobody knows.
Oh, my butthole. No, I don't know why I said
She
that.
left her clit in Edinburgh. If anybody sees it, please phone. Oh no!
You know what? There's no better way to introduce Rosie Jones into a podcast than talking about clits.
Sucking clits, yeah.
So, like, let's suck a clit. It's Rosie Jones.
Yes, but if you want to hear about our successful and disastrous Valentine's Days, then please pay extra and join the Patreon. Also, become a patron because I can't. Is it Patreon? Join the Patreon, become a patron.
Yes.
Is
So
that
tricky.
right?
It's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
tricky. It's so tricky. Anyway, please do because we have lots. We tend to tell you our secrets there.
Join the Patreon. Suck a clit.
Yeah. It's Rosie Jones. I can get on board sometimes.
You couldn't. You wanted to get on board and you went, yeah.
Hello, it's Catherine. I'm going on tour with my new show. It's called This Isn't For You. Nonetheless, I would very much like you to attend. If you haven't already got your tickets, I'm heading to Leicester. I'll be in Soho Theatre for 2 weeks. Then I'm off to Cambridge, Crawley, Aldershot, Cork, Dublin. We've just added Belfast, which is really exciting. Oxford, Corsham, Birmingham, Bath, Brighton, Bristol, Macfest in Wales, Leeds, Sheffield, Liverpool, Northampton and Nottingham, Newcastle, Glasgow, Edinburgh and Salford. So you can't say I'm not coming to somewhere at least near you. Please come to the show and more importantly, tell other people. Please. See you there.
Put the girls away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, your tits are boys?
Yeah.
We'll get into that.
Lads.
I get that. She's Larry. They are too. Makes sense.
And I'm dumb.
Are you now?
You're a dom. I think I know sexually you are a dom. I've always said that.
Yeah, no.
No, I know you're a dom.
But a top is not a top. You're a dom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're controlling. You like to be in charge.
No, but like there's a difference between a top and a dom.
Really?
She's a top who's also a dom.
Well, that makes sense, but you can be a top without being a dom.
Let's get into this on the show.
We're rolling.
Oh my God, are you fucking kidding me?
Rosie Jones is here! Hi, Rosie Jones!
Hello!
Welcome!
Thriving. We're thriving. Welcome to Daddy Look at Me with Helen, Bauer and Rosie Jones.
Look
Look at me, Daddy.
She doesn't want to do the podcast with you anymore, so you're stuck with me.
No,
She doesn't have time for you, Helen.
no.
She's too busy.
Daddy, is it true?
No.
She's your weekend daddy look at me, and I'm your real hog. I mean, mom. I mean, hog.
No.
Yes.
No.
Do you want to explain what happened? Because I've been trying to make out there's been a drama between us as to why we're not doing a podcast. Oh my God, good bless you.
What?
Sorry, thank you. Yeah, that
Oh my
was
God, God forbid 3 women talk.
I tried to hide it.
She, why
I'm not a misogynist.
I'm not a misogynist.
Okay, well then, bless you.
Yeah. Bless you.
Or,
Yeah.
as they say in Spanish, we've got a multilingual guest on, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God, she's an actor. She's an
I
actor.
can do that because my nana's Spanish.
Yeah, Spanish Nana.
Why you have the great hair. And she tans so fast, it's actually obnoxious.
It's insane.
So, Daddy, look at me.
For anyone who doesn't know, I used to do a podcast with Rosie Jones called Daddy Look at Me.
I won't hear it.
Let's.
Catherine refused to listen to it despite the fact she was a guest on it, so I don't know what the drama is right now.
No, I wasn't. I was one half of a guest pairing on it.
Let's not go
And
into
I
that.
don't want to
Let's
talk
not go into that. Let's hold hands. We're all friends. Women can work together. We can work together. Rosie, let's explain what happened.
Well, we love the show. We love doing it. We enjoy
We were earning
it.
upwards of £10 a month each.
So you loved it.
Yeah, we loved it.
No, £8.
No, you got 8 because your agents took a commission on it. Mine didn't. They were like, that's fine.
yeah.
Savage.
So it got to a point where
The studio closed down, basically.
the company closed. Because it was so bad. No, it
Wow.
wasn't.
We went around and we were like, does anyone else want it? And they were like, what are your listens? And we were like 5 really cool kids. And they were like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Did they really say no?
Yeah, I think basically, if you liked it, you fucking loved
Okay.
it.
So Helen's podcasts have a theme.
But I feel like you two are the perfect pairing. Two.
I feel like I'm getting the blessing of your first wife. This is
No,
so
I
sweet.
feel like I'm in custody court, age 10, and my dad's
neither
like,
parent
but you're
wants-
better with your mum. You just are. I mean, I'll try and see you for big things, but you're better with mummy.
You
And I like being with mum, so I don't give a shit. I don't want to go Thorpe Park with you.
It's okay, Helen. It's okay.
As friends were perfect, but I podcast house. You made me louder, and I made you even more emotional.
Yeah, I see it.
So,
Mhm.
and then
There was a lot of crying between recordings
I'm
for
not
the two
gonna lie. I thought
of
Rosie
us.
would take the easy way out here, be like, "Oh yeah, unfortunately I got a bit busy, but it's so great that you have this podcast." She's like, "To be clear, I never want to podcast with you again. We're better off as friends."
Yeah.
It's not me, it's us.
I would want to do it if I could.
The problem is
You would never do it for joy.
the good thing about TrustyHogs is we have a Catherine and a Helen. With Daddy Look at Me, we had a Helen and a Helen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that situation caused a lot of our guests to leave, like physically
Angry.
shaking,
Angry, sad.
really confused as to what happened.
Did you always start by tonguing each other?
You often.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I can see it
And
now.
then
We'd get in like a
we-
really nervous straight male comedian, and we'd be the two of us being like, "We'll start."
No,
in a minute.
stop it, stop it,
We'll
stop it,
start
stop
in a
it,
minute.
stop it.
We'll start, and they would just sit there not knowing what to do with their hands.
I really don't enjoy this. I wish that you would stop. Oh my god, there's so much wetness. There's a real wet sound. God. Well,
Then I kept being ill towards the end. What episode?
Oh my God, when you came in. So we've podcasted together on our periods,
Yeah.
but we're like fine on our periods.
We weren't great.
We weren't great.
We
We're
were
more
really-
like we emotionally take it out on each other.
Yeah.
Rosie came in physically dead and had a
Dead.
bucket next to her to throw up into.
I
Why?
threw up halfway.
Were you
through.
hungover?
No.
Period pain.
Sometimes my pain is so bad it makes me vomit.
Oh, you poor thing.
So, was it Will Duggan?
I think it was Will Duggan, and I think also I didn't know you were on your period, which is weird because I usually I
She
track
had
your
a vomit
cycle.
bucket.
She came up and I wrestled her to the ground out of
Oh,
excitement.
Helen, no.
And that did not
Not help, didn't
Oh,
help.
Rosie, that's horrific.
No.
Yeah.
Well, okay, the point is, though, we are thrilled to have you on this podcast.
And I think I was playing that spit thing, you know, when you got them on the ground, you like you're spitting, you suck it up in time so it doesn't fall on them.
Made me more sick.
Yeah, that made her
makes
very
me
upset.
sick just thinking
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
But it was really
vile.
fun because you were on the floor and because
Yeah.
you're a dom.
Yeah.
But like I was domming the situation.
You were a dom.
So this
Sexually, she's
is
a dom.
The thing. I
A
just
top or a
said-
dom?
I thought a top was a dom.
Not necessarily, no.
I think
you're
I'm
such a dom that you
top.
assume it's all dom.
Yeah, you might be, but like, so, because like I mean, I don't make the rules, but I would think of like a bottom and a top as
Yeah.
like, yeah, and also like there's often like verse tops, verse bottoms, right?
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
people,
Verse top being like a versatile top.
Exactly.
Which means someone who could be top or bottom.
yeah, but with a preference for being top, right?
Hot.
So I would say us. I'm certainly a. Verse
Oh, I'm a
top.
pillow princess. I'm not saying
Okay,
that.
you're a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
old bottom.
Oh,
Okay, she's
yeah.
a
Do
bottom.
Do what you want. I'm having a rest.
She's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
big old bottom. I'd say I'm like a verse top. But a top, I think, is like a person who likes to be in charge of the situation, dominate the situation, but like in a like
Yeah.
a very like, shall we say, soft way?
No,
Not-
you've got a strong grip. You're like an eagle.
Oh yeah, no, sorry. To be clear,
Yeah.
firm but fair. I think a dom is less concerned. It's more like
I think you're firm but fair. Rosie's quite like prison wardeny, I guess.
Oh.
You're very strong physically.
That's-
Do
Yeah.
you know what that it is? That's for me. It's the difference between an English teacher and a prison warden. And I'm an English teacher. Not can you, may you?
I can teach English in prison.
I think yes. I think we allow anyone to live the sexuality they want on this show.
I think yes, please.
No, that is my sexuality.
How much of a movie does that sound? Rosie Jones as an English teacher in prison. Come on, lads, let's read. Get it out, mice and men.
Oh, it would be a women's prison, and it would be a sexy film, real fast.
Rosie teaching them 50 Shades of Grey. But it could be a gal and a gal.
So now I think I'm a top with dom tendencies.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's a dumb
No, I
tendency
think that's,
with you.
No, that makes more sense. But well, for example, do you need submission,
Yes.
or do you
Yeah.
need, or do you like a bit of pushback?
I love how you're looking at me because I'm trying to answer on behalf. Rosie went through a couple of years ago, where she exclusively wanted to date and fancied and went out with women who she could physically dominate.
Oh,
Tell them how tall
yeah.
you are, though.
5 foot 1.
5'1", which meant that she could only go out with women sub 5 foot, but not children.
Yeah.
It was a nightmare for you.
Honestly, I'm currently dating someone with 5 foot 1. Fine. We'll make it work.
Yeah.
Panic stations. That's what she was heels. And I was like, fuck this. And actually, this might be more dumb.
You told her to take them off? Yeah, okay.
She's a dom. It's not dom tendencies, no?
No, that's no,
And
there's
then-
another category though we're forgetting, which is the toxic masculinity of lesbianism. It's a real thing. Like, there's a degree of like lesbianism that cannot handle that. For example, when you're like, I'm the one who's in charge, or I'm the alpha in this dynamic, then like they hate when you wear heels. I've had so many lesbians who I've dated who hate me wearing heels, and it's because they're like in the same way that if I was taller than a male partner, they would be. And it's not about sex; it's about.
I just think it's mad as a 6'1" woman. We're having this conversation about a woman who's 5'1" putting on heels and being like, "That's mad. She was massive."
I'm saying it's toxic. I am
she could barely scratch my foot at that night.
I'm saying it's toxic. It's not me, but there's a certain kind of lesbian who likes to pull out chairs, who likes to pay for dinner. I like those things.
Oh, you do fucking love doing that.
Oh my
I've got this. I've got this.
Who would hate to be proposed to, wants to do the proposing, who's like, take your fucking heels off.
Yeah.
Like you own your own Netflix account, you know?
Yeah.
Like
and Disney and Amazon and now TV. Thank you.
You're just paying your own wages, but fine.
it's not the brag that you think. Thank you.
Also, when we were out, oh God, this is toxic. I got her to stand in the road while I stood on the curb.
Why?
Wait, why can't you just walk on the pavement together?
Oh, so that she'd be the same height.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a life risker.
It's funny because usually this kind of lesbian would usually be the kind of person who makes you walk on the inside so they can protect you from the road, like whatever the hell.
Oh yeah, the curbside. I've had guys like that before. Yeah.
I did that so we could walk and kiss and I could stupid all.
Yeah, because God forbid you have to look up.
Right. Also, she's not innocent in this.
Oh yeah, victim blame. Here we go.
I would like to apologise to you because when you went, there's a toxic level of lesbianism, toxic masculinity. I didn't believe it, and it's like, can you please let me have a word with my co-host? Please do not speak over me with your toxic masculine ways. Please do not do that, my love. I'd like to apologise to you, Catherine. I feel like I gave you a look early on that was like, what the fuck is she talking about? What's this new lesbian thing? 100%. I see you. I hear you, and I'm actually glad I know it now because I can go home tonight and go through all the trauma I've had with Rosie over the years.
It also comes with a little. Sometimes it can come with a side order of a little bit of biphobia. It can no, good, not always, but it can. It can.
You're about to say she loves a bi queen.
That's because she loves straight presenting women because she thinks there's such a thing because of toxic masculinity.
We've all done toxic things in relationships, don't you worry. I've been toxic before. I've been toxic.
I'm super toxic. This is just not how.
But in my defense, I did the curb shit.
Yeah.
Because she kissed me, pulled away, and went, And I went, what? And she went, I don't think I've ever kissed someone shorter than me before.
And then it really hurt your feelings because it's basically like she's saying you have a small dick. So you were like, I don't have a small dick. Get on the
I've actually got a massive vagina.
Get on the street and you'll see, look up at my dick. From the bottom it looks so big. What happened, Rosie Jones? Yeah.
I don't know whether this would be the right thing to do right now, but just as a healing thing for all of us, I think it'd be good if you just took a moment just to like talk to the microphone and just say sorry to anyone that you've been toxic to in the past. Almost like to be like, I'm sorry to all the women.
She's not the Irish one I am.
I don't think I'm toxic. Am I? Give me an example of me being toxic.
Do you ever go cold just to give a girl who doesn't eat at your coat?
Maybe.
Yeah, do you make women in heels take them off before they go out with you so that you still feel like a big boy?
Don't look at me, look at her.
Yeah. Do you like to plan and pay for all the dates because ultimately you want to treat her but also it makes you feel like a badass? Yeah. Very cool.
Do you base your romance style off Daddy Warbucks adopting Annie in the 1982 Aideen McQueen movie Annie?
Are you
Yeah.
Do you make them call you daddy? Okay. I think we're done here.
Fair play to you. Fair play. I'm sorry, but like it's toxic, but it's winning, right?
Can I bet? Let me see. You definitely buy women underwear,
I haven't.
but you totally would.
I would.
Yeah.
I would.
The thing is, no, let me be clear. I know all of these things, Rosie Jones, because those are the women I date.
Wait, you date each other?
I would say that I am I'm the inverse of whatever this is. I tend to attract the masculine, toxic. By the way, not exclusively. I'm just saying this is.
See, I'm a bit more like this.
Yeah.
I like to be in control.
Yeah.
I like to be in control.
I'm everywhere apart from bedroom.
Yeah.
But like in general, like
Yeah.
I want to plan what we're doing.
Yeah.
I want it to be really fun. I want to like
Yeah.
treat you like I've got that.
Yeah.
If there's a film I like, I want you to see it because I really like it and I think you'll love it. Like
I am a planner, but not maybe in the regard of. No, this is just interesting.
You say toxic. I say romantic.
They always fucking do.
they say stalker, I call it being there.
You say homophobic, I say traditional.
I'm thinking about a date I went on last week, and I want to vomit now. Because was that?
Why are you on your period? Lads, Catherine.
Lads.
Tell us about your day.
I went on a date, opened the menu, and can I say she was into it?
Yeah,
You were like, let me order for you. We'll have the tasting menu.
Yeah.
She's dated you, for fuck's sake.
I don't even look for having the tasting menu.
What was on it? I've never done a tasting menu.
Did you also order the wine?
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
My favourite one.
Your favourite?
Yeah.
Your favourite.
Because she wants her to experience it with her.
Did you ask her what she likes?
Doesn't matter, she'll
know.
like it.
I did say I love this. Are you into that?
Last time I
What'd you
went
say
for
about the
dinner with
wine?
Rosie, I rejected her
Ew.
offer. Remember when we went for pub roast at the
Yeah.
end of your street, and we were like planning to have a pub roast
Yeah.
together on Sunday, but then I wanted pizza because they had a wood-fired pizza oven, so I had
Yeah.
pizza instead,
Oh, right.
and she looked upset.
And it was just really bad, Catherine, because they came from different kids.
Oh, for fuck's sake. So they weren't even timed together?
No.
Also, Sunday lunch is it's like a energy. It's a vibe you're sharing.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you got so upset because my garlic bread, because you know when you're having a
But now
pizza, you
she
have to have
wants
another
pizza
pizza
as well as her
starter.
roast.
She ate half my fucking garlic bread for having a full roast dinner and like 5 pints. It was fucking disgusting, frankly.
You remembered how much of your garlic bread she ate, huh?
Yeah, a load of it. I went, help yourself to a bit, and she just fucking wolfed it down. Like, who has a half garlic bread baguette before having a full roast?
My roast took like 40 minutes
Wait,
longer.
then.
Okay,
Wait.
okay. We have a problem to solve.
She
from
started
this.
it.
And I don't want to bring in
This is quite a left turn.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying. Okay, here's what I'm going to say. Rosie, you should have ordered your own garlic bread. But frankly,
She doesn't share
hang
food.
on, I'm not done. Hang on. That's what I was going to say. Rosie, I was on your side. You had to let me. I was trying to do a shit sandwich. I was trying to give a bit to her before I took it away. But honestly, you should have ordered your own garlic bread. But in reality, you should never have been put in this position because you both should have been having the roast you committed to. Regardless, we are moving on. We have a problem to solve. And I'm not going to listen to this argument anymore.
Sorry.
Helen, sorry.
No more kissing. No more kissing. I love that Rosie. You keep going for the mouth, and Rosie wants no part of it. No part. Rosie's into a girl, so she's trying to be polite and not kiss you on the mouth. Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Oh.
Whereas when I'm seeing a guy, you're more than happy to hang out with them all night and get them to give you lifts home. But God forbid I look at you when you're dating. Sorry, let's have this fucking problem.
I like him though.
Yeah, we all like him.
The listeners won't know who we're talking. It's the person.
It's in the extras. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right. So let's talk about the problem, Andrew. Let's hear it.
Yes.
From.
This is from S.
Hi, Ash.
Hi,
Hello,
Hi.
Hi. For the last 6 years, I've struggled with my mental health because of anxiety, depression, bouts of agoraphobia, and a whole lot of unresolved trauma.
Wait, sorry. Anxiety, depression, agoraphobia, and trauma.
unresolved
Yeah.
Oh, that's a combi.
It is. And also, I'm sorry to hear that. 6 years is a long
Me
time to be in
too.
pain.
I've got a combi too. It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's nice just to have the one and really focus on it. But anyway, carry on.
Like a lot of people with agoraphobia, it had gotten worse because of old Miss Rona. Agoraphobia caused me to lose my job and my home, which then led me to my depression becoming unbearable.
Yeah.
When my depression is bad, I shut everybody out, and I now only have one person in the whole world that still speaks to me. I'm in an all right place at the moment, and I can finally see myself getting better. But do I try and rebuild the friendships that I lost, even though they haven't reached out to me, and they've known what's been going on? So do I do that, and if so, how? Or do I focus on getting myself back to 100% and building new friendships? If you think the latter, can you give me some tips on how to speak to people, as I've lost all social skills, and my go-to is to make very dark jokes about my failed suicide attempts, like the time I tried to drown myself in the bath, and Alexa, out of the blue, played Nicole Scherzinger, Don't Hold Your Breath. Which is
Also failed
amazing.
suicide attempts. Yeah, we've all back to the about those.
Yeah.
And to end on a nice high, P.S. I'd have hit rock bottom a lot sooner if it wasn't for you three and the Giggles gang. So thank you for always managing to make me laugh, and feel free to joke about me and my mental health. I do it all the time now, and if anything, it helps. Which is a good attitude to take when Helen Bauer is addressing the issue.
No,
Yeah.
I'm to be honest, as someone who I mean, you know this both as very close friends of mine.
Yeah.
When I was close friends with both of you when I was in crisis, and like I made awful jokes about it constantly because that was a coping mechanism for me.
The jokes were
I'm gonna
structurally
jump
bad.
in just about the way that was written. I will say the fact that you are able to write this means that you're already in a better place than you think you are. The fact that you can actually do that, and also
And they've said I'm in a better place, which
Totally.
well done, by the way.
And
Well
then-
fucking done for dragging yourself out of the hole.
And also just acknowledging that you're better,
yeah.
but you're not there yet.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
So
not the other
impressive.
thing I want to address is the waiting to be 100%. 100% doesn't really exist. Like 100% can come for like 2 minutes and then go again. So just at a point where you're able to
It's always-
acknowledge it and it doesn't like stop every second of every single day being a unbearable struggle. So try and push the idea of 100% out, because that's an unrealistic pressure to have on the soul.
Yeah.
Because I used to think that, and
and
it's
no
mad.
one.
No one
No.
gets to 100% apart from
100%.
like, I don't know, Scott Disick when he became a lord, you know, and that's just a whole. This is Keeping Up with Kardashian season 3, you know.
We know.
Not 100%.
When he became a lord, he was very happy.
Was he with Courtney at the time? Look, we don't have time. That's not the point. We're back to S. I also want to say that I think,
Your Alexa's amazing.
yes, that was very funny, but more that your language, I think, is interesting because you said, I'm very good at shutting people out. So then, and then also they haven't contacted you. So just be, like, I'm a person who very much shuts people out when I'm in pain. And I think it's hard for people to, like, you might think they know what's going on with you, but they might not know how to process it, how to help you. Maybe you're not a person who seems like they want help, even though you're desperately crying out for it. I think I'm quite a high functioning depressive. And I think it's, so I understand if there are people, when you're talking about people who knew what was going on the whole time, if there are specific people who you really feel failed you are not duty bound to confront them or be friends with them. But I think there's a whole lot of people who probably maybe feel like, oh, unfortunately we fell out of touch. Or also everybody, I will say this, everybody was struggling during Corona. Like, oh my God. Like the friends I have who are like, I've never had any mental health problems, which is like crazy and unobservant, right? You're like, oh, okay, well, maybe keep a diary for a while. But even those people were desperately struggling. So it was a really painful time for everyone. So I would say reach out to your old friends and tell them that you'd like to see them. But also, new friends are also good because it's nice to not always be defined as the person you were.
I think when you go back to an old friend, like post, I'm going to say breakdown for shorthand, but it might not be a breakdown. Like you then have to discuss said breakdown, and that can be very triggering and very traumatic. So
both, maybe.
know if you're going to like have that moment, if you are able to do it with that person, and whether you feel safe with them having that knowledge about you, you know, and them doing with it as they will.
Yeah.
Because some people aren't able to be around mental health for their own reasons, or just because it's just not the way they're built.
Yeah.
And that just might not be the right friend for you at this point. And there's no rush back to them. You've got one who's amazing.
Yeah.
There will be others, but they may be new. But pick carefully who you go back to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, go ahead, Rose.
And I don't do it all at once. Don't be like, right, I'm getting my friends back. I'm gonna see a different friend
Yeah.
every night for a
Oh,
week.
no.
That's too much. Just pick, like, oh, blah, blah. I actually am thinking about them a lot.
Yeah.
I miss them. Reach out to that one person and see how that goes.
Totally.
And how that makes you feel. And then move on.
Totally. And you don't have to trigger your agoraphobia with it. Like if you want to FaceTime them. If you want to just be an audio call.
Yes.
Like,
Also, like, when I am struggling to go out into places, the one thing I'd say that helps me is like arrange to meet people near your house. Like, you know, getting across the city, it can be such a monumental, like,
I remember
fear.
that. Do you remember once in lockdown we went to a park by yours? Because you were like,
Yeah.
I need to go out, but I can't not be in walking distance to my flat.
Yeah.
So we got like a coffee and just walked with it in a park. But
And
then
it
you were home
really-
like in 5 minutes as soon as
It
you were
really helps.
My new favourite thing is to meet friends in the park and walk.
Yeah, it's
and
so
talk
nice.
Because
We all watched
Yeah.
Bridgerton and now we promenade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
and
fucking
also-
tragic, isn't it?
Also, you know, we're getting older. We got to get those steps. You know what I mean? Like, let's do
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
very-
yes. Also, get a pedometer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what we're really trying
A
to
new
say.
thing to feel
Are
bad
you
about.
agoraphobic? Get a pedometer. Count your steps in your house.
Yeah. So I think meeting people near your house is good, but also meeting people where there's like a less pressure to necessarily socialize. By that I mean, big fan of the cinema. It's like we can meet before. We can even get a coffee before if you want, but then there's a set time where we're going to do this thing, and the thing is in the dark, with no talking. And if you want to, if you're like afterwards, like we could be like, do you want to get something? Whereas if not, it's a logical end to go, oh, that was great. Bye.
Do you want to address the fact that you've been trying to get me to go to the cinema with you for the last 2 weeks?
No, I actually want to see Sing
Is that
2,
because
but it
you
feels
don't
like
want
you
to
don't
have
want
a
to hang
social
out.
pressure on the situation?
Remember
I
when,
assumed you talk all the way through the movie. Sorry, Rosie.
remember when we went to the cinema?
I remember the most iconic cinema trip with you was Booksmart,
Yeah.
Such a good
Leicester
movie.
Square,
Such a
middle
good
of
movie.
midweek, middle of the
We were
day.
the only people in the
Gorgeous.
We took in a
cinema.
picnic from Sainsbury's.
Oh,
Yes.
Did we talk? We talked a little.
We had the whole cinema to ourselves, so we were riffing.
Fair
we were
enough,
riffing. We were
fair enough,
riffing.
fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, what else can S do?
That's a
to
good idea, though,
find-
cinema, because it like
Yeah.
this is the thing. As someone, I don't have agoraphobia, so I don't know exactly how it presents itself. But is it something that like can be really like severe and very frightening and like all encompassing one day, but then another day you're able to go out?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so. And I also think it can be one of those things where you can feel absolutely fine to go out and then out and you're like, oh God, no, I absolutely have to be back immediately. Or it can be one of those things where you think, I couldn't go out today. But then if you do nudge yourself out, you actually have a better time than you expect. So I just
Okay.
think like outs, like being near your house or going to a movie are good. I also think, as you say, Zooms and FaceTimes are a really good shout and a good way of hanging out. Is there anything else that S could do in terms of making new friends?
I don't know, like, if this is useful, but you know Miranda Hart? She has agoraphobia, and she wrote her sitcom where she had agoraphobia, and that's why she put fruit friends in the sitcom Miranda, because she made friends with fruit that she put googly eyes on.
Please be going
Would-
somewhere with this that's positive. Please go to like this is a great time
Just
to
because
create. not
Miranda
a great...
made new friends with the
No.
fruit,
No.
would it be possible
No.
for S to get hold
No.
of some googly,
No.
googly eyes and stick it on a
really
banana?
I
let's
really
say.
thought you were going to
And
like.
then write a sitcom.
And then write a sitcom. I mean,
I genuinely
no
was like,
pressure, S.
I
But
was
once
like-
you're over your mental health stuff, how about you write a sitcom? Eh?
I really was like, and we're going to talk about how creative it's like. No, you're
Yeah.
going to suggest fruit.
Also,
No.
I know it's awful, but like jokes about failed suicide attempts. I mean,
We've all done them.
we all enjoy them. I mean, yeah.
I have an entire bit of my show about
Yeah,
it.
you do. I mean, go see
Sure.
Catherine's show. It's on at the moment. Go see it on tour.
Come see it at Soho. That's in the dark. You can bring a friend, and people from Gigless will come for sure. What else can you make friends as adults?
Yeah.
Fruit friends.
No, stop it. How else do you make human friends as an adult, Rosie?
I make friendship through work.
I know.
Is that lame?
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not. It's just. Did S say they'd lost their job?
Yes, yeah.
But they're probably looking for work.
Yeah. I mean, I know this isn't Ray's going to have much experience in other industries, but like I always like my closest friends I've made from working in cafes and bars. It's
Yeah.
not like
'Cause
the
it's time to
hardest
chat.
work or the best paid work, but it's
Yeah.
great and you sort of hang out. I met Francis working in a cafe, like Alice, like my whole gang comes from
Yeah.
And
these sort of jobs.
usually when you got a job like that, you've all got a bond.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
you get like an asshole customer, so you're all
Yeah.
together being like, "Here's a fuckwit." Like,
Common
it's
enemy.
good.
Also, like time to chat and hang while you're also doing your job.
Totally.
Yeah,
Or tell you who's really close: those protesters on Parliament Square.
Oh my god.
They all live in
Oh,
like little
no.
tents next to each other. That's a built-in community, isn't it?
Yeah.
They seem very
And
friendly.
You don't have to get a home. You just need to get a tent.
Yeah.
Dear
Yeah,
God.
which they can be expensive. Millets,
Listen, that's not.
but it's not just millets. There's loads of camping shops in Southampton Street in London. There's a whole row of them. My mum goes there before she goes on one of her spiritual
Come to
walks.
Gigless Live.
Yeah.
Come to comedy is always nice because you can go by yourself and sit near the back and get
Oh.
in the dark.
Or cut yourself
Yeah.
off from everyone. Who needs friendship?
No, that's not where we're going with this. No.
Helen.
Helen.
How?
That's good advice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you ever feel lonely, just masturbate.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
I can't wank if I'm
I
sad.
So Neil's been away he'll be away for like 2 nights. So I'll just wank every night.
I can't wank if I'm sad.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I find it a great distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't. I have to like, it makes me just.
Feel even
if I'm
sadder.
really sad, yeah, it just makes me feel sadder, or else I just like can't even get in the mood to.
Not even like dry humping a pillow or.
Why would I ever do that?
Yeah, why would you?
Who would ever?
I don't know who would do that.
That's where you put your
Why
face.
would you say that?
Helen, that's where you put your face.
That was weird, Rosie.
Helen, that is where you put your face. Do you
Yeah,
take,
no, I don't do it.
Are you taking the pillowcase off after?
No,
It was a
you-
joke. It's a comedy
Yeah.
Are you
podcast.
taking the pillowcase off after?
I was joking.
Are you
It
taking
was,
the pillowcase off
You
after?
You're
use
changing the
a-
subject. Do it faster.
No, you use a bottom pillow.
That still goes back on the bed. That still goes back on the bed?
What we're saying, S, is if you've got 2 pillows under your head.
No.
The bottom one's for fucking, the top
No.
one's for resting.
Oh my god.
What's that amazing episode? Oh my god! I've literally just solved this for you. What is that amazing episode of 30 Rock where James Franco appears on it as a cameo as himself, and he has to pretend to have a relationship, and his agent sorts him out with it because he's in a relationship with this Japanese body pillow, Kamiko-chan, and it's like a full-on pillow with an anime woman printed on it, and he was like, "This is Kamiko-chan. Would you like to say hello?"
Allegedly a predator?
No!
Yeah, afraid so.
Oh my! Come on, guys!
Wait, James or Dave?
James.
James or Dave? Did you say?
Yeah.
James
Who's
Franco.
Dave
not,
Franco?
He's the younger brother who's married to
I'm googling James Franco.
No, not Brie Larson. Brie, somebody think else. She's in.
Cause I like Dave.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Wait, I like James. What's happened?
Oh no, lots. It turns out.
Yeah, lots of allegations.
What was James Franco charged for? Sexually inappropriate behaviour by 5 women. 4 of whom were his acting students. For fuck's sake.
Yes. Yeah, so
You know what? Don't let him ruin Japanese body pillows for US. I am not having another man ruin body pillows for babes. You know, I'm sick of it. I've got 5 at home and they're good guys.
We've
I have a body pillow, like a pregnancy pillow.
Oh my God, for like sleeping for comfort.
Yeah.
You are a
positions.
method actor.
And
Yeah.
I shaboon her.
Her.
What's her name?
So it's amazing. So there's a big pillow
Yeah.
and a little pillow that fits in the middle of
Your
the
clit. Big pillow.
It looks like
A clit.
You're disgusting.
And the big pillow is called Gwendolyn.
That's nice.
And the little pillow is called Jeanette.
Wow.
Gwendolyn and Jeanette. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever call her Gwen for short?
Yeah.
Gwen and Jan.
Because it's Gwendolyn Christie.
Love her.
Yeah.
Love her.
Yeah.
Bit tall for you though, isn't
And then the little one is
Jeanette Winterson.
Cranky.
Cranky.
Oh my God, amazing. You're ridiculous. On that note,
You're fucking welcome
You're
for that.
welcome.
That's a
No,
problem solved. Ding, ding, ding. Should we get a buzzer?
no, I think it's
When
loud
we-
enough in here, to be honest.
Good luck with your mental health journey.
Rosie Jones, you've been amazing. Can you please tell us what you'd like to promote? Where can people find you? Not that they could ever not find you. If anything, it's hard to not find you.
Yeah.
Let's give out your address.
It's 2.
No.
Have you spoken to your new neighbour again, by the way?
No, you scared him off.
I wasn't. I was charming.
Yeah.
I believe.
No.
The first part
Anyway,
of the song.
I am on social media at Josie Jones.
Like Rosie Jones, but with the R and J swap.
Got it.
I got a children's book out.
Yes,
and
you do.
The second book is coming out this summer.
Look out for
Amazing.
EDM Hearts.
Adventures of Edie Eckert.
Yeah.
Right.
Main casualty.
She's in Casualty.
And turn on channel 4.
At any time. At any time.
The confidence.
I'll be there.
Rosie Jones, everybody! We so appreciate the support. Please help us keep the podcast going. Thank you so much to our exec producers, Guy Goodman, Simon Moores, Janinna Bautista, and Mary Fox. We are so grateful.
Amazing.
And thank you also to our wonderful producers,
Oh, yes.
Melissa Dunkeld, Carrig Duke, Sarah and Molly, Aideen McQueen, Caitlin Lyth, Joe Holmes, Zoe, Kim Doyle, Lee Myerscough, is that how I say it?
Yeah, that's it.
Rachel R, David Walker, Tim and Dom, Kierah Leach, SBDubz, Elle, Richard Ball, Sadie Cashmore, Neil Redmond, Claire Owen-Jones, Jess Nick, Victoria Hutchison, Emma Walton, Anthony Conway, Karen and David Bull, Harald van Dijk. We're so grateful.
Watching that list grow
It's so nice.
makes me feel like it's Valentine's Day every day.
Oh, behave yourself. In that she is almost coming, but not quite.
Oh my God, it's all happening so fast.
Please join us